I'm meteorologist Brian Peters with your Weather Extreme video for Saturday, June the 16th, and it looks like we're heading into somewhat of a monotonous weather pattern. There's a look at our Skycam imagery this morning from Trustful with a nice shot with a few cirrus clouds out there as the atmosphere is becoming more stable. And there's a look to the west from Mount Cheehaw and certainly a clear sky. High pressure over the mid-Atlantic coast is nosing its way down around the Appalachians, creating a bit of a wedge pattern that is bringing us some drier air from the east. And that drier air is also supported by an upper-level ridge, and that ridge is going to be with us for much of the upcoming week. And therefore, we're going to be seeing some rather dry and tranquil weather with temperatures hovering around the 90-degree mark for highs. This morning, temperatures showing that wedge. Look at that 59 over there just to the east of Atlanta, 72 at Birmingham and 75 at Tuscaloosa, and 65 at Anniston. So you can see the effects of the wedge just a little bit in there, but certainly a mild morning. If you want the forecast, the QPF pretty well shows it for the next 5 days. No precipitation expected. Precipitation in the Gulf and precipitation up across the western Great Lakes and into the northern Plains states, but not down around here. The Storm Prediction Center outlooking a slight risk for a large area of the Central Plains for today as the westerlies stay well to our north, and then again the slight risk up in the Dakotas on day 2. Tropics remain quiet at this particular time. All right, the 06Z GFS model run, and there's kind of our dirty ridge for the moment. The westerlies certainly along the Canadian border. Tomorrow, it looks like the ridge gets a little bit stronger, nosing up along the eastern seaboard of the United States. Monday, the ridge a little bit stronger even yet, as again the westerlies stay well to our north. On Tuesday, the 588 contour you can see bulging all the way up into the eastern Great Lakes and getting up into Canada, and that keeps us essentially dry. The high moving off, the surface high moving off into the Atlantic, and therefore moisture beginning to return off to our west. The upper level ridge is still there at midweek, so I think we really stay dry through midweek and probably even through the Thursday, as the upper level ridge kind of moves over. But notice that we've got a pretty good trough moving through south central Canada, and that trough is going to dampen the ridge down. So maybe a little bit of signs of some changes there by the end of the week, by Friday. And of course in the Gulf, we've got a little mischief going on down there at the upper atmosphere. You can see the little yellow contour down there, and therefore at the surface, the GFS is suggesting some sort of perhaps a tropical system in the southwest Gulf of Mexico, but this is verging out there on voodoo country. The ridge breaks down a lot on Saturday, and that might allow for a front to move down through the Ohio River Valley and get into the Tennessee River Valley, but again, we're verging on voodoo because this is a week from today, so we'll be watching that and hopeful that maybe we would see next chance of rain come by the weekend. Extending the forecast out, we stay with a bit of a troughiness over the eastern half of the country, or over the east coast at least, with a good ridge on the eastern slopes of the Rockies, and that is Tuesday the 26th, and then when we get out to the end of the period, July 1st, it looks like the heat bubble returns with a pretty good ridge over the eastern half of the country. Well, that'll do it for this Weather Extreme video. I expect to have the next one posted first thing on Sunday morning. In the meantime, I hope your Saturday is a good one, and Godspeed.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.